Hey guys, today I'm going to do a review on Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix Soundwave. So I had been really expected this figure to be a very great figure because this got announced like 4 months ago, and I was very excited for its cassette mode because we never got a really good cassette mode Soundwave ever since back in G1. Like we got the War for Cybertron Siege Soundwave, but like he wasn't like a cassette. He was just like a space, I don't know, jet web or carrier. But like, I am very happy to see this figure now. Like, all of its glory. Like, it's almost like a mini masterpiece. Almost like every how you say it, Earthrise and Siege figures are now like mini masterpieces. Hey, but there are so many like QC problems with these figures as well. But who cares about that for now? Let's dig into this figure. So I really like this figure a lot, but like the first time when I got it, it was very lazy for this figure. Like all of its like paint applications. I didn't mind if they had this, but like I just want to add it because that masterpiece figure had it. But the main problem I had for this figure, I was kind of triggered about all the paint, is that it had these like red stripes like on the Siege figure had. I don't know why Hasbro didn't do this, and the shell cannon in his blaster. So how you say? The shark cannon in the Siege version, like it had the red, but like on the Netflix like release, they didn't add it, or they just didn't care. They just don't want to add it in because I don't know. I guess laziness. And then I guess Hasbro can do this, but I don't know. They didn't want to do it because a low budget figure, like $40, it comes with Laserbeak and Ravage. But anyways, let's dig into some detail in this figure. So not really much change for the arms on this detail. Like it's the same thing as Siege, like the Siege arms. Just I don't know. I guess it didn't change. But the legs, on the other hand, if you lift these skirts up of this play button, you can see some new detail, like new sculpting before. Because on the Siege version, it was more of a different sculpt. Because that was back in 2019 or 18 when Siege released. Now I really like this new sculpt for Netflix Soundwave because this actually matches in his Earth mode for his cassette form. And I love all this like new parts and everything. It looks so good. And the back, like my god, that detail is so impressive, I gotta say. I gotta give Hasbro some credit on this. The back looks so good, but it was kinda, how you say it, kinda too wide for my opinion. And then you have this play button, all his like cassettes on his ass. It's kind of funny, like. But yeah. Anyways, so let's add some more characters that come with some accessories. So here he is with Soundwave's Ion blaster or concussion rifle. I don't know. Well, you can just plug it into here, then like that. Then you can just do pew pew bang bang, and then after that you have his cassette partners. Laserbeak and Ravage. So Ravage on the other hand didn't really change that much. I guess only like these details and the head. That's really it, that much on this figure. But Laserbeak on the hand, like nothing much changed, but except for the head. The head looks super good. So let's transform these guys. And there you go. So all these like cassette partners, like Ravage and Laserbeak. So the main difference about like the Ravage on the Siege version is that it has like a opening mouth. Like that doesn't really do a difference, I guess. So okay, hold on. This is kind of too dark. I do this. There you go. So you can see there is that more detail on his face. Like he has an opening mouth than just a closed mouth. So let me get the Siege Ravage, I guess. hold on, give me a second for transform this figure. Okay, here you go. So the main difference are like, you know, the new sculpt, a bit more different paint apps, and the new details for like, you know, Ravage in his actual cassette mode, because you know he's not in like in Cybertron, so it doesn't really need to be a cassette. And when you bring these two together, like you can see like the different sculpts on them. So you can see on the Sage version of Ravage, like his mouth is closed, but on the Netflix version, his mouth is open. So I really like that Hasbro changed a bit of the sculpting for the head. They didn't need to, but nice sculpting new ones. So putting that onto the side, we have Laserbeak. So on the not Netflix, but like on the Siege figure when that guy was released, it was more accurate to how you say it, to the cartoon, to the show. Like, you know, only just a what was it, a yellow face, I guess. No like details like this figure. But I didn't really liked it, like when like the Siege Laserbeak only had like a yellow face and that's it. That's kind of, is it boring or kind of plain, to be honest. But like when all the Decepticons in the first episode they arrive to Earth, they scan like new alt mods are like kind of objects like Soundwave and his partners. So here he is with Siege. Oh god. Siege Laserbeak, I'm sorry. Okay. So you can see some very different like sculpting detail. Like the Siege one, like it's very nice indeed, but like it wasn't perfect. Like, you know, the beak was kind of too big, I guess, because it doesn't look accurate, because you know this was the first episode of the pilot. This was Siege, of course. Then when you can see on the Netflix one, it looks so good on the sculpting. They did an excellent job for this new head. Like, I gotta say, a new update to Laserbeak, and his paint wise as well. Like on the Netflix one, you can see there's more detail, more color, but when you see the Siege figure, not much, but like it still works fine. So okay, sipping on to the side, you know what you can do with this Netflix Soundwave? Like the same thing with Siege, like press this button, have Laserbeak, just fold it up into a cassette, just put it in there, and then yeah, like that. Doesn't really change, but it really looks nice though. Then you have those stupid cassette jam. It's very annoying on this figure. But yeah, that's mostly it for like Netflix Soundwave. Then let's do it in his transformation mode. So let me take out Soundwave. Oh no. Then after that, okay. So here is Soundwave in his minions or companions in his cassette mode and his little cassettes. So I really like this like cassette mode. Like it looks so good on Soundwave. It's been a long time to see this. Like, oh god, this is so much nostalgia for G1ers. Man, it looks so good. Finally, Hasbro did this. But like, how you say it? Like, you know the record button here, it was not like painted. It was just like, you know, the pin, the silver pin. It was kind of lame. Like, they couldn't just do like painting over it. Like when you see the not productions like before this figure got released, like when we got the reveals, we saw that it was like red on here. But like when it officially released, it was just like a silver pin right here, like this one. It was kind of lame. Then I added some touches to this figure, like you know the painting was. So the new touches are mostly like the gold rim. I didn't notice this, but like it was yellow before, but turned into gold. Then the left and right button, the right has red, the left has blue. Then these little buttons, like the same thing. Then I made the play gold. That's mostly it for Soundwave, and I love it that it feels so good. Like it's such a good cassette mode. But the problem I have is just the hands. Like I get it, like it's a compromise. It still looks good in the front and the side, but like when you turn it too much like this way, you can just see all the junk in the trunk there. Like, man, that kind of sucks. But it wasn't like end of the world or anything. It still looks good though. Like you can just do like a modification if you want Soundwave in this cassette mode. Just remove these pins, I guess. But like, why would you? It's your option if you want to do it. Then the same thing, you can just open Soundwave's chest, put a cassette in there, and then collapse in there. That's mostly it for Netflix Soundwave. So this was my review on Transformers Movie for Cybertron on Netflix Soundwave. Thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in another video. So, see ya.